Shukriya, Shukriya Trishana, and for that bhajan. And as we are moving right along, we are now going to welcome actually to the microphone Kush, who will lead us in a very beautiful rendition glorifying the name of Bholenath Shiva Shankar. Also, during whenever the bhajans are being rendered, feel free to engage. Actually, you can sing along, you can clap, tap your feet, whatever it is, So enjoy. You're also, here to experience and, interact with all the wonderful proceedings. Over to Kush. So, Subha Subha Shiva ka naam, from the beginning of the day even until the ending of until the dusk of night, continue to chant, continue to meditate upon the name of Lord Shiva, Jagat Pita, and of course that will be the way towards salvation. So once again, thank you to Kush for that bhajan, and so as he's basically invoked Jagat Pita, Bholinath Shiva Shankar, we're now going to ask Serena to lead us in the next bhajan, which is giving praises to Jagat Janini, Jagadambe Ma, Durga Ma. So over to Serena for the next bhajan. once again, a very special thank you to Serena for that bhajan. So before I move on to the next item, something that I just happened to observe, and I have to say that tonight is the first of the 3-session Gyaan Satsangh. Yeah. Is it okay? Check. Okay, fine. I think I'll have a little Mahabharat with this tonight, it seems. Okay, all right. So, like I was saying, tonight is the first of the 3-session Gyaan Satsang, and I have to say that it's off to a very auspicious start because we have our 5 Devis who, conducted the puja, and of course, thus far, the kirtan has been rendered, if you notice, from the arati to all the bhajans, young individuals, young children. So I'm going to implore all the in the audience, if you can, do me a favor, for all the young children here, can you please give them a big, big round of applause? Big round of applause. And I hope I have both Panditji's permission. I'm going to make a deal with all of you. Normally we shouldn't do things like this when it comes to satsang, but I'll make a deal with all of you. If you continue to applaud them all throughout the course of the satsang, and even Panditji as well, I'll zell you $1,000. How about that, huh? All right, good. I love that. I love all the reaction. I love all this. So keep the enthusiasm, keep those smiles going, because as you're here to learn, but at the same time, we want you to enjoy everything, receive everything. That you're learning, bask in the glories of singing, of listening to Bholenath Shiv Shankar, even, and join in actually, with the kirtan as well. All right. So at this point in time, and don't worry, I'll make sure I have the Zelle app on my phone. Don't worry. At this point in time, I am now going to ask Nicole if she could render the next bhajan, and I'll be observing all the claps, and let's see how you guys do. Who's going to win that $1,000 tonight? I'll be watching. Until then, Nicole. once again, a very special thank you to Nicole for her bhajan, which basically sings the praises, and of course, the grace. Actually, that bhajan, in simple terms, says that the grace of Lord Shiva is unparalleled. No one can actually begin to describe all the attributes, and of course, the mercy of Bholinath Shiva Shankar. And I'm sure tonight, actually, as our Gyasji will be rendering his discourse from the Shiv Mahapuran, you'll definitely learn a lot about the attributes and the glories of Bholinath Shiva Shankar. Continuing as we move right along with our kirtan session, we are going to continue to sing the praises of Chandrasekhar Shiva Shankar Bholinathji. I'm going to invite at this point Gyaan to render his bhajan Dum Dum Damaru Bajai. So as he's making his way, how about those applauses? Can I hear the applauses? Wonderful. And I'm making some mental notes. I saw some of you with the applauses. Don't worry. Mataji, both of you, I see both of you. You guys are great contenders for that $1,000. Mataji right here. So let's see. We have to give them some competition. So those of you at the back and even those of you at the front, continue to applaud the singers. They need some competition. Here we go. Over to Gyaan. Wonderful, wonderful. It seems like we're all on the same page now. Once again, a very special thank you to Gyaan for that bhajan. And at this point in time, we will move right on with our next rendition, in which I'm going to ask Priya to render the next bhajan.
It's the other one, give it.
Sure. Boलिए शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। Gary Bhaktijano, first of all, before I move any forward, so far, actually after listening to all these wonderful kirtan singers and all the talented youths of the Sri Radhe Govind Mandir, I have to say that truly it's humbling. I had the honor a few years ago of listening to them for the first time, but tonight is a different experience. Actually, watching them in their own over the past few years, actually, I can tell that each one of them has evolved in their own way. And I do hope and pray that with Lord Shiva's blessings and also with all your encouragement, whatever goals and whatever desires each one of them have, may the Divine Lord shower His blessings upon all of them. For those of you who are just joining with us, Swagatam, once again, welcome to the first of the 3-session Gyaan Satsangh, officiated by our Honorable Vyasji. I'll introduce him in a moment. And of course, something I forgot to mention is that, as you can tell, as well as it's pretty much that as Panditji is the Guruji, the music teacher of each one of these young children. So indeed, truly, he's doing a wonderful job with the youths of the temple. And as I mentioned, that tonight we have our 5 Divyanis who are the sponsors of the Yajna. Also, tonight's satsang has been assisted by Pandit Dev Gosai, all the way from Guyana. As a little bit about Pandit Dev Ji, whose humble beginnings from Susdijk Linden Turnpike all the way to Enborg, Guyana, Guyana, in which he started. I believe he was introduced at the Enmore Shiv Mandir at the age of 14, and ever since then he's been a member of the Enmore Shiv Mandir, and so we're very honored and humbled to have him join with us here tonight, and of course assist with the puja. Without further ado, Gari Bhaktijano, it gives me great honor and of course privilege to welcome none other than our Vyas, as he will now lead us into the Shiv Mahapuran as we begin with tonight's satsang. So all of you, I'm going to ask all of you if you can put your voices together and join with me. Prem Sabolo, Vyas Maharaj Ki Jai.
Prem Sabolo Shiv Shankar Bhagwan Ki. Devotees, at this moment to put our hands together as we commence our first night of Gyaan Satsang, in adoration to the different deities as we chant and making offerings to Agni Dev. Let us all chant. Om Bhura Bhuva Swaha Tat Savidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat.
Om Bhargo Swaha
Anjali Sutaya Virahi Vayuputraya Dhimahi Tanno Hanumanta Prachodayat.
Om Bhargo Swaha
Katyainya cha Viramahi Kanyakumari Dhimahi Tanno Durga Prachodayat.
Om Bhargo Swaha
Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat.
Om Bhargo Swaha
Tatpurushaya Viramahi महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्।
Om Bhagavatāय Swaha.
देवकीनन्दाय विद्महे वसुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो कृष्णः प्रचोदयात्।
Om Bhagavatāय Swaha.
एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्।
Om Bhagavatāय Swaha.
सरस्वत्यै च विद्महे ब्रह्मपुत्राय च धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्।
Om Bhagavatāय Swaha.
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम्। प्रेम से बोलो शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। Reverend Pandit, our loving Shrotadan, devotees of Sri Radhi Govinda Mandir, my dear brother Imran, and all you respected elders and divine souls, once again for being here the first night, I must say my humble salutation, namaskar, pranam, sitaram to each and every one of you. Swagatam, welcome this evening as we join in our first night of Gyaan Satsangh, coming to you the kind compliments of Mataji, Anjani, Sahodra, Mala, Rohani, Ramnath, and Leela Ramsamy and family. It is an honor, and I must say it's an opportunity to have them to join together as not one family but from different family, as we all gather in this Yagyashala this evening as one family together as we uphold Satya Sanatan Vaidik Dharma. Tonight I may ask you, before I commence, are you ready for Katha? The last Katha I have in Guyana, I asked the first night, do you know why you come to Satsang? It takes them 3 nights to figure out. And if you don't know why you're here, similarly, it will take you 3 nights to figure out. Loving devotees, before I take you to the Shiv Mahapuran, which will bring a very important Katha to each and every one of you, because every one of us are going through this issue in our life. And what is that issue? We all have some sort of health issue. Isn't that so? I'm the only one. Am I the only one have health problem? And it will help us to understand that everything that occurs, the sign and changes of our body, it tells us how long we are able to live for. But prayers, my friends, can change anything in life. Before I commence, I want to turn to the person next to you and tell them Lisa, because you know, there are some people who like to talk name. I'll teach you how to talk good name. Tell them Lisa, welcome to Gyaan Satsangh. Turn to the person next to you and tell them welcome. And from my behalf, I must say, being in Satsang, if you're not comfortably seated, definitely you will not enjoy the Katha. So I'll ask my Shrotagan, if you're not comfortable on the ground, you can make yourself comfortable. It is okay. Lovely devotees, without any hesitation, it takes us to the Uma Samhita, the Shiv Mahapuran, chapter 25. It says there are certain sickness which money, wealth, family, friends, status, fame, etc. would not able to bring or able to get rid of. But only one thing I mentioned earlier, what is that one thing can get rid of it? I guess you didn't pay attention, right? The only thing can get rid of that is prayers. For those who get serious illness, sickness, and you know of some of them, that many may not think that there will be a cure to it, but prayers can cure it, my friends. Loving devotees, Parvati Devi bowed to Bhagwan Shiva, and Divine Goddess Parvati Devi represents us all because she is asking questions for you and I to understand. Because it's useless. We know our scripture, we know what is right, and we don't do the right thing. But I will bring it as best of my ability this evening, so that at some point in time you will take our kata very serious in life. Because I'll do less talking of Hindi, I will sing them, and the more explanation in English and bring it into your language. Well, make it better for me. I'm not good in Creolese language, but I versed in that going to Guyana. But sometime you will see some broken down language as well. But I hope you understand where you came from, right? Loving devotees and friends, it says that as Parvati Devi bowed to Bhagwan Shankar, it says, "O Lord, there's a doubt linger in my mind." And I always mention to people that everything comes from the mind. Tonight, if our mind is not at a position, therefore, what can help us to keep our mind stable? Anyone? I had mentioned about the chandan. I don't see anybody have it on their forehead. I'll ask someone to walk around right now, put it on their forehead. Loving devotees and friends, it will help you. Instead of listening the katha with the expectation for 1 hour, I'll maybe read for 5 hours, don't get scared, and you will not know where the time will go. It helps to keep the mind. Loving devotees, it says that please tell me everything in detail. What are the signs of death and how the time of death is being calculated? Do you ever ask that question? What are the signs of death? Old people say when they hear dog crying in the night, you know, right? I will not get to that direction. Signs of your body. Your body speaks to you and I every day, my friends. But not everyone can interpret it. Loving devotees, as Bhagwan Shiva listened to Parvati Devi, the katha begins. As you listen, the Lord is about to reply these words. Jai Bhola Bandhari Shivahara, Jai Bhola Bandhari,
Jai Bhola Bandhari Shivahara, Jai Bhola Bandhari,
Jai Kailashpati Shiva Shankara, सब जग के हितकारी, जय भोला बंधारी शिवहर, जय भोला बंधारी,
Jai Bhola Bandhari Shivahara, Jai Bhola Bandhari.
हे मालू को के कल्याण के नए मन अवहत हुए, बहुत गाय जैसे तुम अग्रा करो यार शरीर फिरे, और शफीर हो जाए और चरणों और लाल धवी पर जाए तो चार महीने खेती मृत्यु हो जाए, जाए यदि कोई मनुष्य का पूर्ण जीगा सुन के तो उसकी दामन के भी मृत्यु हो जाते हैं। Everyone, Jai Bhola Bandhari Shivahara, Jai Bhola Bandhari. The Lord says, O Uma, for the welfare of the people, for the devotee, I will now tell you as you insist. If the body become pale and white with red patches all over, it says that death will occur within 6 months. Do you understand, or you want me to explain for that? I think you get that. How much of you ever examine your skin and your body? Everything that you see strange occur. It is a message. It says white, pale, where there is red spot. And maybe you see them when you live more than 6 months is because of your prayers. So don't at any point in time think that, you know what, God is not answering your prayer. It continues to tell us, my friends, that when one is paralyzed, do you know what paralyzed means? When there is lack of movement in certain part of the body. It says that in the face, the ears, the eyes, and the tongue, O beloved, death will occur within 6 months. And if one hear a harsh cry, death will occur or take place within 6 months. So now I go back in time, O people. How much people, I don't like to say old people, you know. Is there any old people around? How much people has listened to the Aji and the Nani? I'm the only one. Because what they talk does not make, you know, you just tell them, you know, what they talk does not make. And I will take you back when they say certain things cry in the night. What they tell you? And if you don't know, I will tell you. Someone will die. The Shiv Puran tells us, harsh cry, my friends. Approximately 6 months, someone will pass away in the family. Some people say, Pandit, we just get a death, and in a couple of weeks we get another one. In a couple of weeks we get another one. What happened? You know what happened. Many of my katha, I explain what happened. Panchak Shanti has not been performed or performed properly. I'm not here for that this evening. Continuation, my friends. Bhagwan Shankar continue to speak as we listen. Bholinath se lala, Gaurinath se lala, koi aur nahi.
Bholinath se lala, Gaurinath se lala, koi aur nahi.
ऐसा भिखारी बनाने वाला कोई और नहीं. भोलेनाथ से निराला, भोलेनाथ से निराला, कोई और नहीं.
Bholinath se lala, Gaurinath se lala, koi aur nahi.
सूर्य के पक्षे, सूर्य के प्रकाशित चंद्रमा या अग्नि से संपन्न, मैं अपने पर यादी के सब कुछ काल की भेदी है. यहा के महा और जीवित रोहिता, यानी घायल हाथ 7 दिन तक बचत के, तो इसमान कोई संदेह नहीं. इस एक माह तक जीवित रहेगा.
Bholinath se lala, Gaurinath se lala, koi aur nahi.
ऐसा भिखारी बनाने वाला, ऐसा भिखारी बनाने वाला कोई और नहीं. भोलेनाथ से निराला, भोलेनाथ से निराला, कोई और नहीं, कोई और नहीं, कोई और नहीं. Bhagwan Shankar says, O Devi Parvati, when in contact with the sunlight, the moon, or Agni, the fire, if one sees everything black, Kal means dark. Have you ever looked at the sun and then you try to look at something else? It says that person will remain alive only for 6 months. If you live more than 6 months, like I said, it's because your prayer that you perform every day, helping you to survive, my friends, and get rid of illness in one's life. It says that if the left hand is throbbing, it means, you're having that beat in your hand. And anytime something wrong on the left side of the body, what comes to the mind? Nobody knows the top. I will ask again, anything that occur, you feel a little different on the left side of the body, what comes to the mind? Heart problem. When last you pick up a broom and sweep? I know some of you did yesterday. I see that. I don't want to hear the answer. When last you pick up a broom and sweep properly, like this way, that side way? You know what kind of broom I'm talking about? Now you stand up like this and you sweep like, you don't know? The stick broom. So just how the stick stand up, you will stand up just like that. You can't even bend your back. It says our body, the way how we practice and do activities, that is how the body will remain. And we continue, my friends. It says that if you have throbbing, a ponging in the left side, the left hand, it says the possibility is 7 days. So that's why people take heart attack and heart problems serious. Sometimes it can be less than 7 days if you don't take care of it. Lovely devotees, I know many people, and I asked the question many times, that why in America people does not get sick to go to see the doctor, but people in Guyana, they are ill, but they cannot afford to go see the doctor. I always ask the question. When the Guyanese call and you tell them you go to doctor, they have a different mentality. They say something wrong with you. But nothing wrong with you, but you go to check up. Is not so? Check up for what? To know some problem. I'll tell you this, many people say, Pandit, can you open the book? They just want to hear the problem. They don't want to fix it, I'm not into that. How do you open book long ago? Everything done on the phone, right? Lovely devotees. Not every and anything. We have to pay respect. Can you do a checkup on the phone? You did a virtual checkup where you watch one another face the doctor knew when COVID was around. But how will they will test you through the phone? That can happen. Lovely devotees and friends, continuation of Katha. Bhagwan Shankar continued to speak of Devi Mata Parvati as we listen. मेरे मन वीणा के तारी पल पल शिव का नाम पुकारे मैं शिव से लगा ले लगन जब बोले का नाम प्रेम से सुबह शाम शिव की भक्ति में होंगे गगन यदि उनके अंग में जाए तो सुख जाए तो क्या एक बार लाती व्यस्त रहेंगे जिस अनुष्ठी के नाक में पानी भर जा और उसके मुंह और गलास चाहिए उस मनुष्य का जीवा छूटा है मेरे मन वीणा के तारे हर good. Now it comes to one of the most important one that many people have problem with. Majority, I will say 95%. Do you have a clue? Anybody? It says that if the limb unfold and expand, and if the palate is drying up, loss of taste, you remember loss of taste, COVID, when the food does not have. You ask the question why COVID came. COVID came to tell you have so much time to live. So I should conclude the katha now, because one of the greatest issue we have, why we have COVID, is to tell you and I how long we get to live. And we bypass it because of what? You know it, say it loudly, because of what? You're not confident in that prayer. What is it? Prayers. My friends, it says that person will live only for 1 month, and a man's life is short when his nose is watery. Now you say, Pandit, I have sinus and allergy. It's a message. When the mouth and throat is dry, indicate a potential death at the end of 6 months. It says, my friends, that when your mouth is dry, what it calls for? What it calls for? What? I didn't hear good. Do you think everybody drink water when their mouth dry? I do. You go to the doctor, 1 minute they tell you cranberry juice is good for the kidney. Next minute when you go and they run another test, cranberry too much, you affect the, I don't know, I'm not a doctor. You affect something else in the body. But do you ever hear this thing affect anybody? But this does not have taste, right? The sugar and the whipped cream and the glaze and my friends, by now you know how to take care of yourself. It says as we are about to continue Katha, Bhagwan Shankar continue to speak as we listen. Shiva Shankar रखवाला मेरा शिव शंकर रखवाला मेरा शिव शंकर रखवाला मेरा शिव शंकर रखवाला करने तो गतमही के भीतर मृत्यु हो जाते हैं। यदि कोई मनुष्य घर पंजरों भीमर अपना प्रतिभाना देखे तो वाक्य केवल जामान तक जीवित रहे। यदि कोई व्यास अपने भाषे को बिना सिर के देखता है या फिर उसके पराजय दिखाई नहीं देती है, व्याकुल ने 1 महीने तक जीवित नहीं होगा।
Shiva Shankar
मेरा मेरा शंभो रखवाला मेरा शिव शंकर रखवाला मेरा शिव शंकर रखवाला मेरा शिव शंकर रखवाला. Bhagwan Shiva says, O Devi, if the tongue become thick with what? You laugh at that one, right? It says, if the tongue becomes thick and the teeth begin to show. Nowadays when the teeth show, they pull it back with the wire. It says, my friends, death will take place within 6 months. If one does not see himself reflected in the mirror. Have you ever go in front of the mirror and you don't see yourself? Every day you go and you say, man, that's not me. And I mentioned to many times in my katha that when you go in front of the mirror and you don't like what you see, my friends, I think you should return that mirror and go back and buy a new one. And look at yourself again. And if you try it tomorrow and come back, let me know if you look nicer than tonight. The Lord says, O Devi, if one cannot see himself in the mirror, or if they see themselves without their head in the mirror, sometimes you clean the top part where you don't see the head. Death will take place within 6 months. Loving devotees, it says now, if they cannot see the reflection in water, oil, or ghee, it's also stated that that person will live only for 6 months. If you walk in the night especially, because, or any time I must say, because the sun is bright now, daytime, right? And you see your shadow without head. It says that that person will live for only a full month. Have you ever paid attention to these things? You walk in the street, do you watch at your shadow, or you watch everywhere else? But you don't know what we're talking about tonight. So now when you go back now, every time you walk on the street, you'll pay attention to certain things in life and pay less attention to things that are not necessary, my friends. Bhagwan Chandra says, O Devi Parvati, the sign of death demonstrated by body, limbs, has been explained, and I shall now tell you the insignificant signs. And as she is about to listen, we all listen to Katha, what takes place. Chandrasekharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo चंद्रमाकार शिखर किरणा से रहित या पूराही पे फूल की तरह देखी देखी है आदि मही के अधर आधमी माँ जाती है यादी कोई जाके चंद्रमा का काल धवी से देखता है या कोई तरह नहीं देखता है तो वह केवल एक महीने तक जीवित रहा है It says, O Devi, if the zone of the sun or the moon appear devoid of rays, or look like a trumpet flower, he will live within or live for half month. It says sometimes we use our eyes to look and we look a second time. Do you ever? You see certain things and you look back again. Lovely devotees, it says, if you look at the sun and there is no rays, or the moon, you cannot see that glare, that radiant. And I will tell you something, don't tell anybody. There are some people too, when you look at them, there is no radiant. There is no glow, I must say. Where do you find the glow? Many people look outside. How you know the kindness of a person, my friends? How? The kindness comes from the heart, from within. Lovely devotees, it says if a person sees the moon with a dark spot, and many of you see the moon with a spot inside, and one of the night katha will tell you why that. It's not a spot, it's an actual, like an outprint of a drawing, I must say, or somebody, I don't know what you may describe it. One night katha will tell us why that occurred. But by looking at the moon, if you see a dark spot, my friends, with the eyes, it says that that person, or if that person cannot see any star, he will live only for 1 month. Have you ever tried to look for stars and you don't see them? And then you say maybe non-star they're wrong. Not every time non-star are going to be wrong, you know. Maybe you have a month more. It says if you see rainbow in the night, now is a Pandit Nancy story. You never see rainbow in the night. I see it, but I live past that time. When you go to the park and you have the mist with the water, you know, especially summertime. And when the place gets dark and there's a glow, you see that. You don't see that. I see it. But because of prayers, I live past it. As an example for you to pray a little harder if you have problem. Lovely devotees and friends, it says, if you see rainbow in the night, shooting star midday, sometimes you see crazy things happen. Shooting stars midday are surrounded by vulture. You know when crow fly around you, what comes to the mind? Crow not fly around you when you go Gyaan and you go back down. And anytime you see a crow around you, watch if Yamraj is around. Lovely devotees, it says, vulture or crow, he will live only for 6 months. I give you so much reading tonight without your right name and your date of birth. And there is more that I can read, but because the place is so hot, I'm trying to wrap up the cutoff so you can come back tomorrow. But if you permitted to listen and understand everything and you can bear the heat, I'll give you an interval. You go and stretch your leg, drink some water, and we'll continue the kata. The choice is yours. When you go to the movie theater, the movie has been so sweet, you forget. But it's how you see that pundit coming to the AC. That is one of the things taking us closer to the grave. Not many people like sweat, you know. Sweat is ill. How you say? Not ill, you said something else. Ill, right? Lovely devotees and friends, it says that that person will live only for 6 months if he or she see rainbow in the night, shooting star at day, and vulture or crow around them. Continuation, we listen as Bhagwan Shiva speak to Devi Mata. Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Shivaji Ganesh
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 Yadi Koi Vyaki Atma Nikal Madhuka Yasik Sreja Bhuvakeva Ekman Ki Adi Jivat Rahe Yadi Kisne Hari Ko Yad Uttar Hamara Kara Ke Bhaiteja Usko Vyaki Ke Mani Ke Bhiti Mrityo Ho Jate Hain
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Shivaji Ganesh
Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Shivaji Ganesh Gauri Ganesh Uma Mahesh Parvati Nandan Shivaji Ganesh Parvati Nandan Shivaji Ganesh Parvati Nandan Shivaji Ganesh. It says, O Devi, if a person is suddenly surrounded by blue bees, you know, bees, the one that sing like blue, you ever see blue one? You see black one. It says, surrounded by blue bees, he will live only for a month or more. If a crow or a dove attack or settle on the head of a person, and how much of you ever walked by this sidewalk and something fall from the board on your head or your shoulder or your clothes? What that one said? What it means? I should not explain that more, but when it fall on you or you said something just happened by the girl, they tell you not worry. What it means? What it means? Good luck. I don't encourage people to gamble. But if you really want to win the lottery, you have to get luck. So if that really bring luck, go under the tree where the board there and stand up holy your whole night. And if you win it, come back and let me know. Lovely devotees and friends, it says, attacked by a dove or a crow or light on the head, says that person will die within a month. Before I move on to Kata, do you know how long more you have? Pandit, why are you talking about death tonight? You come for Gyaan Satsangh. We are getting there closer and closer. Every second the clock is ticking. And it's about time to pay attention to death while we are alive now, because no one will fix it for us. And that comes for the first thing we need to fix is our health. Because health is one of the greatest, because the Kata tells us the wealth, the friend, the fame, the family will not bring back certain sickness, but only prayer can bring back health into our life, to remove certain sickness, my friends. Lovely devotees, it says, for the benefit of human, I shall tell you this briefly. One can see cow within their two hands. What is cow? Bhagwan Shankar represents time and tide, because he have the crescent moon and his jata, and he's the one who will direct the god of death, Yam Devata, or sometimes the brother Shani does come first. We have Gra, and then you thereafter. But he is the one who controls time. He controls our time as well. He controls the tide. Because when the moon falls, you have high tide, and people can look at the moon and know what will occur at the beach. Nowadays, they do reading. Last night, they said we will not have rain. And Mataji maybe tell me, till Saturday, the rain will occur. Let me put up the siding. I said, no, I have a message. I didn't tell him the message, but I know. I told her the siding need to go up as early as possible. And next thing, less than half an hour, the guys come and put him up. And when we finish everything, and Ambika know they went away. When we finish everything, you see the whole chandelier, all the background come down to the ground. And you know what happened? I'm the one now have to go back and staple each and every one and put them back in place. When I finished, I said, we will go home now. Rishmi or I can't remember who exactly, someone come from the street and said, Pandit, the flag is across the walk, the sidewalk. Gonna hit people's neck when they walk. All the flags blow down. I had to go in the dark with the ladder and redraw all these strings. And when you come, everything is intact. Now you will want to know why. Do you know why? I know why. If you don't know, I'll tell you why at the end. Lovely devotees and friends, it says that we may predict, but God will have a better or a bigger prediction for us. Because the last time who was there for Gyaan Satsangh, from the beginning of the declaration till the end of the yajna, it was raining, and some people could not come here because the highway was flooded. But we continue. They had the stick, was pushing the water aside. Every bhajan I sing, water goes like this. Every time I quote, water goes like this. Because they know when the music goes on, no distraction. What that tells you and I? Prayers comes with sacrifice. Nothing comes easy, my friends. So if you want a healthy body, you cannot sit down and have that. You have to throw the broom with a straight one like this. If you don't know if your broom is straight, go home and take a level, put it next to your broom. And if it's like in that dot, the area, if you don't know, call me on the phone, I'll direct you, man. If that thing is level, you're in the wrong direction. You'll be level like this straight everywhere you go. Sometimes your money fall, you cannot pick it, somebody else will have to pick it for you. And not everybody will give you, some will push it in the pocket. And if you really want to pick it, it's about time now to pick up the long time broom and go down like this. We had it here. You don't know what the broom, did anybody have it so you can demonstrate that in home? It's right there, look. Look at the back. We call it Gyaan broom. You know, that's one of the greatest medicine. Bend down and sweep. Our Aji and our Nana or Nani, they never complain that, you know, we have arthritis, diabetes, cancer. Can you name some more sickness? All I am hearing that my knee hurt me a little bit. And my hand, but it's still dab the bottom house, the fireside. The car heater's got a dab too before they put on the fireside because they make work easy to take out the black pot. And they will go and they will bundle the wood. It says while eating and utilize the food in create energy to carry on our chores in life. And it says that is a cycle of life. You cannot just eat and just watch the TV and watch the Facebook and you expect to have a good, healthy life. No, palit I'll join the gym. No, I'm going to the gym. When you go to the gym, what really you do at the gym? When you go to the gym, they have air condition. So while you're working out, what happened? You're fooling the gym people who will pack it, I will tell you. Take the money, the membership one, buy your room like that. And there's more thing I'll tell you before the 3 nights up. Loving devotees, my point is physical activity is one of the things that we need to do, my friends. Because by get up and work the body, it helps to not energize alone, but helps to make every body parts functionable in our life. Continuation of Katha. It says, my friends, he is about to tell us now in our hands, time is written. And now you'll say how time is written in the hands. When you want to know how long you will live for, they read the hand. Right, Pandit? There's a line. You don't know? I'll show you the line before we leave. The line tells us, I'll tell you this story. There's a part here. I'll show you the area right here. It tells you how much time you get married. It says that, my friends, time, everything written, time in the hands. But one Shankar continued to speak to Devi Mata now a little more about the hands, the palm. We listen to Katha. Bole, oh bole, मेरे यार को मना दे, वो प्यार फिर जगा दे। स्नान करने चाहिए और सभा रूप से निरंतर इंद्रियों के साथ भगवान को याद करने चाहिए या अपने हाथ लाल हाथ के बसत और दूर से रुके वहाँ हाथों में सुगंध और सुगंधे फूल लेकर अपनी अच्छी याद पूरे माया का अनुमान लगा की कोशिश करेगा। Bhagwan Shiva says, O Devi, there are 2 fortnights in every month. And it says that one shall take bath because bathing is very important in ritual. How much people bathe before they pray? It says one should take a bath and remember the Lord with control of the senses. So it says if you cannot, you may take all the bath, and if the senses cannot be controlled. Do you know some of the senses? When the belly get hungry, what happens? The mouth run water. That's one. It says, remember the Lord by control his senses. He shall wash his hands with red lap juice and milk, and he shall hold scented fragrance and flowers in the hands, and try to anticipate in his good and bad luck or karma or whatever you may call it. It's a form of a ritual. Loving devotees, Bhagwan Shankar says, O beloved, begin with the fingers at the tip, ending with the thumb. From the little ending to the thumb, one should take a mystical placing or a string, and on each of the titi, for each finger's knot, it says there are knots or joints in our finger. It says in each knot, put their two hands together like a cup-like form and cover their mouth. Sit face the east direction. It says by doing so, there is a way, a position how you put your hands, and you place it by your mouth, face the east direction. Why east direction and no other direction? It says when we pray to the eastern direction, is there where we give our salutation to the devatas and the devis. In return, we have the blessings. It says that in the hands, it tells many things, because sometimes you cannot, not everybody can hold their hands like this and keep it for a long time. Can you try it? Take your right hand and try to squeeze at the center like this, and see how long can you hold this for. Can you try it? Try it now. It's something for your own benefit. Very simple. Close your hand like this and see how long you can keep it for. Loving devotees, that sends a message as well. When the joints cannot move, what comes to the mind? What? Start with A. Loving devotees and friends, continuation of Katha, we listen as the Divine speak. Jai Shiva Shankar, Jai Shiva Shankar, Jai Shankar Bole. सब देवों में देव निराले, जय बम बम भोले।
जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव शंकर, जय शंकर भोले। सब देवों में देव निराले, जय बम बम भोले।
फिर भक्तों निर्वाहक मंत्र को 108 बार पुराया चले, फिर बार दोनों हाथ की उठली, मैं प्रत्येक भक्त की पहुँच करे। यादि भक्त जैसे विशेषंत में मधु माखी के रूप में देखा है, तो बात समझ जाए कि मृत्यु उस गंधर्व सभी का इसी पर होगे।
जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव शंकर, जय शंकर भोले।
सब देवों में देव निहारे, जय बम बम भोले, जय बम बम भोले, जय बम बम भोले। It says, O Devi, if the devotee recite or repeat the Navaka Maka mantra 108 times, and when we chant or japa, we have different mantra. We have the Maha mantra, the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, the Gayatri mantra. And if we want to have the full benefits, it's recommended for us to chant how much times? 108 times. Then he shall examine each of the knots of the finger of both hands. The Lord says, O beloved, if the devotees see there is a line in the form of a bee or the shape of a bee on a particular knot, he shall understand that death will take place on the specific titi of the knot. Loving devotees. It says, that's an indication of calculation of time once more, as it says that the calculation of time is based on the division of its day, night, fortnight, month, season, year, Yog Kal and Mahakal. It says Lord Shiva calculate time by three parts. It says that by the left, by the right, and the center. Loving devotees and friends, there is many times we do arti. How much time you go wrong? Prediction. Prediction when you do arti, how much times? Have you ever seen people do arti more than 3 times? Yeah, right. Because there's nothing more to do, just wait with. Quality daw now? Loving devotees and friends, all the people have taught us that they arti, and some people they go around to their asana. They go around 3 times and they arti. When they do puja, yajna and so forth. It says that Lord Shiva, he calculates time with 3 parts, left, right, and center or the middle. It says, O Devi, I shall now tell you briefly about the time of death. Listen, and tonight we listen as Katha continue as I explain. Dim dim tak tak dim dim dum, baji damaru. Dim dim tak tak dim dim dum, baji damaru. Baje Shiva Shankar bajaye damaru. जब किसी भी हाथ करे आस्तीन सत्ता चले सा समझ ले कि उसकी जाति के उताने व्याकर मित्र मृत्यु हो जाए यादी हस्तिन साथे तो क्या एक बड़ा का विविध रहा का है स्वारी पंच दिन सारे तो एक वार्षिक के भाई मृत्यु हो जाएंगे यारी भावी दिन जिस रहा का है तो चामांग प्रज्वलित रहा का है As we're about to conclude Katha tonight, the last phase of our Katha, it tells us, as the Lord says, I will tell you briefly, the calculation, the time of death. How do you know when really a person died, or that person really dead, I must say? How do you know? What you look for? You look for something else, right? But the Shiv Mahapuran tells us that prana, breathing, calculate and give you the exact timing of death. So some of you check for this, but forget to check if the person is still breathing. Sometimes you can still get a pulse, but the person stops breathing. Lovely devotees, many things occur, but it says, O Devi, the calculation is based upon the prana. The way the person breathes tells a lot. And I'll bring some example. Have you ever walked up one step and you breathe hard? You don't know. You hear somebody say, hold on, let me catch your breath. You better catch him if we gone, because if he gone, wrong now. Lovely devotees. It says now we breathe, and I'll explain the process of breathing. How do you breathe, or where, or which part of the body you breathe from? You don't know. Where does breathe from? Huh? Nose? Anybody ever breathe through your mouth? Huh? There's a plan B as well. If your nose block out, you breathe through your mouth. In life, everything we do, there is a plan B. And talking about plan B, today I was here from 10 a.m. to 4:30 because our system is running on plan B. And you may ask why again. If you want to know, I will tell you at the end of the katha. Loving devotees, it says that everything calculated based on the way you breathe. Have you ever paid attention of your breathing? Have you ever paid attention to your breathing? Some people breathe loud, some people breathe silence. Some people when they eat they breathe harder. Some people, there's different things. But my question, do you breathe through at the two nostrils at the same time? How you know? You check that out, right? Or maybe I tell you in one of my katha. So you're learning. Lovely devotees and friends, it says we don't breathe through both of the nostrils at the same time. But you can breathe through one of them and the mouth at the same time. How you choose, inhale and exhale. Some people say you inhale with the nostril and you exhale with the mouth. You take in oxygen and you give out carbon dioxide. Lovely devotees and friends, it says when a person respires for 5 days repeatedly, with the same nadi, the side of the nostril, you shall know that that person will die within a year. Have anybody ever breathed one side of the nose for like 5 days straight? You don't get the time to check it. So you can't know that calculation because only check it sometime. So if you breathe through one side of the nostril for 5 days straight, the Katha tells us approximately a year. That person have a year more today. Loving devotees, it says that if that person respires 10 days, he will live for a year. If they breathe through that nostril for 15 days, he will die after a year. If for 20 days, he will live for 6 months. That is for the right nostril, my friends. It says for the left, if that person respires for 25 days, he will live for 3 months. And if for 26, will last or live for 2 months. Why the left side only 2 calculation? 25 continuously 3 months, 26 continuously 6 months. Left nostril continuously. Why? Only two of them. So it brings awareness that the left side we pay little attention to, loving devotees. Why we pay attention to the left side? Because we have something there which is very, very, very important. And if that is not good, therefore nothing will be good. What is that? You have a good heart? How many of you have a good heart? Raise your hand. I'll raise out. You may want to know good in what way, Pandit. Not the one that the doctor say, you know, everything will work out good. Good heart means that you are willing and ready to give when you are being called to serve. And talking about serving, when I asked Panditji to come here, many people might want to know how much he charged to come here tonight. And everybody that will be coming for night after night, if you want to know their fees, I will tell you the end of the katha. Lovely devotees, it says that nostril, by breathing left or right, it tells us how long more we live. But before I move on, how much of you let's check if you breathe in the morning before when you wake up? Now, once your eye open, I mean you still breathe, you know. People are there and the eye is still open. You know or you don't know? Right? So is that because your eye open morning, you're still alive? It is good to check really if you're still alive. And Vedanta teaches us that we look now to see where the prana we are exhaling and inhale from, left or right. And there is a process I mentioned in many of my katha. From whatever side of the nostril you're breathing, that is the first feet you place on the ground. Because you're saying in your breath, oh Dharti, I take my first step onto the earth. Some of you, you rush when you hate, right? When your alarm does not go right time, you have to go to work. You roll off the bed instead of get off the bed. You forget to check if you still breathe. I'll tell you, if you roll off the bed, maybe everything is good, but if you really roll off and you hit something, Ram Nam Satyahai. Pay attention. There are two ways we climb up steps. How much people climb up steps before? I'll ask you this question. If you go to a store and there's an elevator on the right hand side, and there's the escalator on the next side, and there's a stairway on the back side, like behind me, which one you will take? Which route? Right hand, right? Because right hand, everybody right hand, right? When somebody's supposed to on the right hand. So you take the right hand side, the elevator. Some will say, you know what, the elevator takes a little too long, I'll take the escalator. But let's say the elevator and the escalator now work, which one you will take? Now you don't want to take this stair, but you have to if you really want to go down there. That is what called sacrifice. Puja does not occur just by, having money and say, I afford and I can do. No, it takes sacrifice. And loving devotees, there are two ways to come down step. I will not tell you how to go up step tonight. There is two ways to come down step. Come down this step. It's all about the mind. If you don't have anywhere to go, you will come down dee. And if you have some places to go, what you will do? You'll rush. And there's how the mind thinks. There's two ways you can come down this step too, Dee, you can take one after the other, you will come down safely. And if you rush, instead of walking down, you will roll from the 6 to the down. And you reach faster than you expect to. Because that is what you want. You don't want to really get there fast. So Bhagwan has said, prayer instead of walk down the 6 more, you roll down the 6 more. You get down to the earth faster. Lovely devotees and friends, it says, many things that we do in our life is what's important. And continuation of Katha, we listen tonight. Shiva Bam Bam Bhola, Shiva Bam 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 Bhola, Bajai Dhamaro.
Shiva Bam 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 Bhola, Bajai Dhamaro.
Shiva Bam 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 Bhola, Bajai Dhamaro.
Shiva Bam 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 Bhola, Bajai
Bajai
Dhamaro.
Dhamaro, Bajai Dhamaro. Shiva Bam 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 Bhola, Bajai Dhamaro. यदि कोई सचिन भक्त साधित है और ज्ञातो समर अंत वही भाव अंत जिन तक जीवे रहता है यदि कोई साधन ही तब साधक है तो बारिक बड़ा साध वही और जाति तक जीवित रहेंगे यदि वांत दिन तक वहाते रहे तो और चौकी दिन तक जीवित रहिया 9 दिन साथ वही और वह दिन तक जीवित रहेगा
Shiva Bam 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 Bhola, Bajai Dhamaro.
Shiva Bam 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 Bhola, Bajai Dhamaro. Bajai Dhamaro, Bajai Dhamaro. Bajai Dhamaro, It says begin with 6 days of calculation approximately. It happens at mentioned in the left part. It says the left side also tells a little more. For 6 days he will live for 2 years and 8 months and 8 days. If that person respired for 7 days, he will live for 1 year, 7 months, and 6 days. If it flows for 8 days, he will live for 2 years, 4 months, and 24 days. And if for 9 days, it says that he will live for 7 months and 12 days. Tonight, loving devotees and friends, not many people will understand or able to have the calculation of that process, but Bhagwan will know because he is the one who controls our breathing. He is the one who make preparation to book us a hotel. He will make preparation to give us either the first class or the economy flight. He will make preparation to have air condition or the fan. And all that preparation is not what you want and what you pay for. It's all about you want the best, but you will get what you deserve or what you work for your entire life. Now, how do you calculate that wealth? You know how much money you have in the bank account? You know, right? Maybe if you don't know, go check it out tonight. But spiritual wealth, how you do the calculation, my friends? It says there are some people, they say, you know, Pandit, I don't think I need to do more good, I do enough. Have you ever heard that before? I'll tell you, there is no enough good. It's just like when you, I wouldn't say I, like when you have little money, or some of you, maybe some are like me, not lust over money, have the little money and that is not enough, but you want to continue to work instead of 10 hours, you want to work in 12 and 14 and 18 and 20 hours because I learned one thing, while rain cannot fall, there you go. So, doing good will never be enough, just like when you said the little money that you have is not enough, you have to work more, try to get more. Loving devotees, this is an example. There is something I always mention in my katha. No matter what we have, if there is no contentment, santosh, therefore, we will never be happy. Are you happy right now? Not many of you. Some of you say, where is Pandit go down? I just read mine, you know, I know. I'll be done in a little bit, don't worry. Like I said, and I'll give back to the chairperson because I don't have money to offer. He have the money to give out for the Zelway announced earlier, right?
Monopoly money.
Oh. Loving devotees, it says that time has been given previously based on the exhalation or inhalation of one's prana. It tells a lot and calculate the days and the months and the year. And continuation of Katha, we listen as Bhagwan Shankar tells to Parvati Devi. बोले बाबा चले कैलाश के भुंगिया पड़ने लगे
बोले बाबा चले कैलाश के भुंगिया पड़ने लगे
बोले बाबा चले कैलाश भुंगिया पड़ने लगे
बोले बाबा चले कैलाश के भुंगिया पड़ने लगे
यादी एक तक यादी एक वरानो अंत देख तत्वारहेगा यादी भरे दिन तक यादी 50 महीने और वह दिन तक जीवित रहेगा यादी 13 दिन तक we listened earlier. It says 9 days, he lived for 7 months and 12 days. For 11, he lives for 1 year, 9 months and 8 days. For 12 days, he lived for 1 year, 7 months and 6 days. For 13 days, he lived for 1 year, 4 months and 24 days. It says when the prana flowed from the left, for 14 days, he lived for 1 year, 6 months and 24 days. The continuation, it says, for 15 days, continuously, he lived for 9 months and 24 days. And lastly, he says, ODV, if for 16 days, he lived for 10 months and 24 days. So this is a lot of calculation because, you know, when you see a lot of money, you bring a calculator to calculate the money. By now, I think you win the lottery. So much years and days and months, oh God, Pandit, we cannot keep track. I know you will not keep track because that's why I keep reading it very fast. Loving devotees and friends. And to bring it in very simple, a simple way so you will understand. It says that there are certain days, it tells us, by breathing, we have so much time more to live. Maybe years, months, or day, loving devotees. In summary to all those that I read, if you don't understand. So now, to remove or change that, it takes us to yajna. There, many times you have invitation to go to yajna. And the first thing you look for, how long you will take, because I know that. Is not so? I don't know if they just asked you this question, Pandit in Guyana. But he asked me when I was there. And by now they don't ask me back. Pandit, how long the walk will take to do? You ever hear that question before? How will you tell him?
Well, they have an option.
Oh, they have an option. I don't have an option. He will give you an option. Loving devotees, there is no option. You have the control of the puja, not the pandit, you know. And I tell you many times that there are some people when they put the chandan on the forehead, they'll put it one time quick and some will wipe it and make sure you look nice. So you'll have to wait, the pandit will have to wait to move on to the hardi, the mantra. So who detained the puja now? You know why we start late tonight? It's because I was being detained. It's not my fault. I prepare a kata to come and read for when it's done, not for whatever time, because I never read the kata first time. Maybe I read it in half an hour, depends on the mood. The same kata can go for 12 hours, depends on the mood. And who create that mood is you, the Yajna, where we sit, the environment. So thinking about how long, how much day we are here for, or about to be here for? You have been invited for 3. Then there are some invitation you have 5 sessions of Gyaan or Satsangh. There's sometimes you've been invited for 9 nights. 7. Sometime 9. When last you went to a 7-day and 7-night Gyaan. Now they don't do 7 day and 7 night. They cut short the yajna. They do 5 and 3. Just like how they cut short the yajna because of the way how society going, the less prayer you do is the less time you have. So you understand? So I want you to go home and throw away all the medications upon it. I'll sue you, you know. It's your choice. I am not giving you any opinion or plan A or B or whatever. It's your choice what you want to do, my friends. Drink it, you'll live long. Don't drink it, you'll dead fast. That's that, right? But I will tell you, try it now. Don't drink it, I will tell you, you'll live long. Drink it, you're dying faster. But the mind says, if you don't get certain medication, I cannot live. Is not so? So now, what is the effect there? It's all about what you have in your mind. So I want you to take out medication and put in meditation. Do you understand? Take out medication from the mind and put in meditation. Meditation is not by sitting down and put your hand behind your head and rock your skin. Oh, I'm tired. Meditation does not go like that. Meditation comes with posture. The way you sit. It comes by preparing the body, like I said earlier, by bathing, cleansing, putting on clean clothing, not brand new clothing. Not every time you go check or you gotta get new clothes, cut all the tag. I wear an old one tonight because I know plenty of people now come. And you say how you look on it. Loving devotees, it says that meditation comes about from sacrifice. There is where you take out everything from the mind, the senses, and focus on a point. And what is that point? It might be the murti, the shivaling, it might be the sun, it might be, you might worship the post, maybe the cross some people worship, the, what do you call it, the cover? This one. Oh, I have a, very good. So, whatever you choose, you want to worship that chair, is your choice. But you have to focus on a point, to an object, to something that a source is higher than every source. A source that controls you and I, and that gives us the ability to breathe. And that source is come from which is time. And that is being calculated by Bhagwan Shiva. And now you know why we start this puja first tonight. Because Pandit, why not Friday night? No, we come back Thursday night because we want to live a little longer. That's why we start this puja tonight. Loving devotees and friends, it says that the body tells us a lot. And I would not go further with the katha. I will cut it tonight. Because this katha has been put in a way that will cut out certain things. Because I know how it goes over here. Loving devotees, in conclusion, I want to bring a story. So you can understand little things that we go in life or go about doing sends message to you and I. I don't know if by calling color, if I call you a black guy, would that be discriminating to you? Am I okay to call people black and white? You permit me? Alright, so once you permit me, I will use the term. That's not on discrimination, it's a way of describing. Oh, if you see this mala, how you describe the mala? The red, not the red, right? The pink, the blue, the white, and the yellow mala. If you study pink, the blue, and yellow, you will not get this mala. So when people say the black, yellow, the black, why you become offended? Why when they say the white people over there, why you become offended? No, it's just that your appearance, the girl with the blue dress, the lady with the red head, or the green hair. You don't put on the color for us to know. God put a color on our body. So, we don't know the name. So, permit me a story I will tell you. It says that a white guy walked into a restaurant and he noticed a black one seated at the corner. And he was shouting at the waiter that I am buying food for everyone except that black guy at the corner there. What if somebody come and say, you know what? I'll buy food for all of you except the guy at top there. Me, right? Then I'll buy for me. It says, he has been served, the waiter has been served free food to everyone in the restaurant because that is what he requested. I love devotees. It says, except the black guy. Instead, the black guy, to get upset, he was laughing and he is shouting and he was very, very happy. Have anybody ever do you wrong and you laugh and you enjoy? So now that sends a message to him that make him upset when he laughs now. because he was doing it for him to upset, but he had the opposite reaction. So the white guy get very upset, and he once again now want to bring him down, because there are some people when they try first time in a walk, they will try until they make sure they dig the hole to put you in. And it says now that the second time he shouted to the waitress that I want you to bring beverages and more additional food to everyone except that black guy over there. And the waiter served everyone, my friends, as well, with food and extra beverages and extra food to each and every one, except the black guy. Instead, now, for him to get upset, he more happy. And this make the white guy what? Even more upset. It says now the white guy don't know what to do. And he says, the waitress, that what's wrong with the guy over there, the black guy? What's wrong with him? And the waitress says, nothing wrong with him, he's perfectly fine. Why you ask? It says, I have asked you to bring food for everyone except him. And the second time as well. And he's smiling instead of getting upset and angry. Something is totally wrong. And the waitress says, I will give you the answer. He is the owner of the restaurant, because the more you spend is going in his pocket. What you learn from that, if you don't understand anything in the kata, it says that all your enemy work unknowingly in your favor. We have Facebook, and I will tell you, they only name it friend request. It's not a friend request when they send you. It's an enemy request, because they're trying to see what you're doing. And loving devotees, every time you're doing good, nobody will tell you anything, or you will hear no comments or anything. But do one mistake, and there are some people on social media do wrong thing to become famous. Do you know, or you want me to tell you? There are some people do crazy things to become famous, because that is how they become known or recognized. But I want to tell you here, don't be that person. Be a person to be a God-like person, a divine soul. That when you sit in your home in meditation, no matter what occur amongst you should not bother you. Because at the end of the day, what they do have no control in your life. And what you do have no control in their life, but there are some people who like to control others' life. Do you know of any, or you know of yourself? I don't think you should do that, loving devotees. It is not a good thing to control people's life. And tonight, we must understand that when we pray, we should not look at our neighbor, our friends, what they're getting when they don't pray. We must pay attention that when we pray and we are not getting what we want, the answer is, or the message, or the answer for that question is that you need to do something more. What is that? What is that? I'll repeat. When you're praying and you're not getting what you want, or wanting in life or desire of, and you see people are not praying and you think they get what they want, there's something you're supposed to, or I will encourage you to do more. Do a little more of meditation. Prayers is different from, and in conclusion, I'll explain the two. Prayers is when you want something, you go and you pray. Alright? When you have graha, the Pandit says, do some prayer. When you want something in life, a job or whatever, you go and you pray. You want something, you desire something, then you go and you pray. Meditation now is something, it is something that you do without an expectation, my friends, because that is something a little different. Meditation, you have to detach from the material desire. You have to put all the money, the wealth, the car, the houses at the side and pay attention to one person, Paramatma, Bhagwan. You may name it, but I will tell you, Bhagwan Shiva. Loving devotees, are you ready to put away your money? Your money. Okay, me put away me and gone. I didn't bring wallet. Are you ready to put away your wealth? You didn't get that old yet, right? Nobody is old who put away the wealth. Because Sanatana Dharma teaches about renunciation. Have you ready to put away the bond and the union between family and friends relationship? Some is not ready, my friends. But even if you and I ready or not ready, when that time comes, even though you pack up the bag, or the bag about to pack up or does not pack up, you have no option. When the time comes, you have to go. So my little advice to each and every one of you, as you're going back home, if you did not pack up that bag yet, because now it's summer, or buy your pack kids and come here, and you'll pack in a couple of weeks, go back, wherever. So we are packing to go. I will be packing next week to go somewhere too, and then come back and packing to go back to Gyaan again for 4 sessions. So we pack those bags every day in life, but loving devotees and friends, you and I pay attention to pack the bag of good and bad. Loving devotees, and get ready when that time has been called for us to go. And detach from the relationship, the money, the wealth, the name and the fame and everything, loving devotees. And I will tell you, happiness is not experience in life. Happiness is memories. Always remember that. While living with one another, they're boring, they're annoying, they're aggravated, whatever. But I will tell you, with that person, no matter how bad that person is, when that person departs from the world, you only remember the good things about that person. I want to tell you, change that thought. Remember the good things about that person when they are alive. Tonight, let us all sing glories as we are going back home. As we are about to bring Bhagwan Shankar, and talking about bringing because we are about to leave, bring him because he's the one take control from here to take us to success at the end of our yajna. Lovely devotees. And tomorrow night, bringing a very important katha about this day and age of Kali Yuga, which we listen. Tomorrow we're supposed to listen to the Devi Bhagavad Mahapuran, but because of instruction from the divine, is divert to the Bhagavad Mahapuran tells us about the age that we're living. What is the age? Kali Yuga. That when you and I see certain things occur around us, you ask the question, why? The book will tell us why and what to expect at the end of Kali Yuga, when time is coming for judgment. What is going through now? When is the good times is coming? What is happening in relationship? Why? Name it. Everything will be documented as I summarize it so you will understand, my friends. As we join, we put our hands to clap together and sing with joy. As we invite once more Bhagwan Bholinath, because we depend on him to control that prana within us so that we can live a little more, to pick up from what we're lacking of and continue to live a life and to bring a spiritual pathway, and that will not bring destruction but bring divinity. Let us all join as we conclude tonight's katha. भोलेनाथ की जय हो बाबा, भोलेनाथ की जय हो। अजर अमर शिव शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो।
अजर अमर शिव शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो।
अजर अमर शिव शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। गंगाधार की जय हो बाबा गंगाधार की जय हो। अजर अमर शिव शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। सोमनाथ की जय हो बाबा सोमनाथ की जय हो। अजर अमर शिव शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। नीलकंठ की जय हो बाबा नीलकंठ की जय हो। Neelakanth Jai Ho. It says at the beginning of time when they were churning the sheer sagar, the milky ocean, my friends, it says there's two things came out. What is the two things? It says the poison and the nectar. Everybody wants good name, but nobody wants bad name. Loving devotees, it says to save the world and save all creation, all living entity. Says there's only one they went to, because no one couldn't do it. They went to who? They went to Bhagwan Shiva. By consuming the poison and saving all of us, all the living species on earth, loving devotees and friends, it says there's one person who saved her husband, loving devotees, by holding that poison by the throat, the neck of Bhagwan Shankar, not for it to go within the stomach, because she will be the big one, she will be the one to lost very big in life. And who is that person? The same mother asked question tonight, Devi Mata, Parvati or Adi Shakti. Loving devotees, it says from them, there are many names that have been given to Bhagwan Shankar, and from them he known to the world as नीलकंठ की जय हो अब नीलकंठ की जय हो। नीलकंठ की जय हो अब नीलकंठ की जय हो अब नीलकंठ की जय हो। अजर अमर शिव शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। अजर अमर शिव शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। अजर अमर शिव शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। त्रयंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव भोलेनाथ की जय हो। बाबा भोलेनाथ, बाबा भोलेनाथ, बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। अजर अमर शिव शंकर कदाई ओम। अजर अमर शिव शंकर टुगेदर भोलेनाथ की बाबा। अजर अमर शिव शंकर बाबा भोलेनाथ की जय हो। प्रेम से बोले शिव शंकर भगवान की, हर हर महादेव की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की।
Join me in saying Prem se boliye Vyas Maharaj ki. Wonderful, very wonderful pravachan indeed, delivered by a very good friend, my brother, Pandit Ramdat. And as Panditji, if you could permit me to say one little thing, because as I was listening to your pravachan, there's a lot that we can take away, and so many numbers. I think if you add it up, I don't know, maybe probably exceeds the amount of numbers at the New York Stock Exchange in terms of the months, the days, and the years people have to live. But if we can synthesize Panditji's message. And my pardon for this. Tomorrow, Panditji, as he mentioned, as he said that he will talk about Kali Yuga, it just happened to occur to me, and I just happened to remember in the Vishnu Puran, Veda Vyas, who was actually known as Krishna Devyapan, he spoke about Kali Yuga, and tomorrow you'll hear about it. Veda Vyas had mentioned that when the age of Kali Yuga comes, society will be in an abysmal. You'll learn more about that tomorrow. But still, Vedavyas said that despite that, Kali Yuga is very praiseworthy. So when his students heard, they said, if it's going to cause the destruction, why is it praiseworthy? So Vedavyas had responded by saying that in the age of Kali Yuga, devotees will require very little effort to actually achieve liberation or salvation. That effort, most of that effort has been touched upon by Panditji here tonight. In many ways, he spoke about the effort in terms of nourishing and maintaining the body. But at many times, he also alluded to the effort in terms of preserving the mind, keeping the mind stable, which Vedavyas had mentioned in the Vishnu Puran. Actually, it's mentioned in the Vishnu Puran simply by remembering God. All of you are on that path of basically achieving and making that great effort. So I commend Panditji, and I look forward. I know all of you will definitely look forward to his pravachan tomorrow. But I commend all of you for sitting so attentively, giving that effort and basically basking in this great knowledge. So please give yourselves a big round of applause, and also the Kirtan group as well. We are going to move right on with a few bhajans, but I have to also say, Panditji, I think in addition to the $1,000 prize, I think you might have to award Mataji. She's she basically won your fist challenge here. Her and Krishna, she's held the fist challenge for quite a while. So I tried to compete with them, but I gave up halfway. So that's something that we'll discuss that later on. All right. So at this point in time, I'd like to acknowledge also a good friend, Vanessa Mature, recording artist. Swagatam, namaste. Thank you for being with us. Hopefully we can have something from you before the Satsangh is up. I'm going to ask at this point Ajay if he could lead us in the next rendition. We'll have a few other bhajans, and then shortly we'll stand for Audity. Very nice, very nice actually, and very soothing indeed, to very wonderful bhajan to complement the pravachan. So we are now going to, at this point in time, I'm going to ask for the final bhajan. We're going to invite Rhea to render the final bhajan, and then we shall proceed forward.
Thank you.
have another big hand for Rhea. Wonderful. And to all, like I said earlier, it's very humbling indeed. I'm sure I'm getting reacquainted with these children after many years. Most of you have seen them, week after week, I'm sure, or you're familiar with them. But truly, it's a humbling experience listening to all the bhajans rendered here tonight. All the bhajans conducted by children, the instruments, and so forth. I would like for all of you one more time a big hand for them and their parents, and also their clergy as well. So before we conclude, I am going to, in a few moments, I'm going to ask Pandit Dave if he can kind of grace us with a few words. But at this point in time, I want to say once again a very special thank you to Pandit Ramnath and to the Ramnath family, actually to everyone, our sponsors for tonight, for having me as the MC of the first of the three Gyaan session, actually the Gyaan Satsangh. And most of you probably might ask, well, what happened to the $1,000? Unfortunately, I found out halfway through I brought the wrong phone, so unfortunately I don't have the Zelle app with me. But maybe tomorrow, okay? So that means that tomorrow night you have to come, right, one more time. Of course, enjoy the kata, and we'll work it out. We'll negotiate, all right? But without further ado, I'm going to now ask Panditji if he can grace us with a few words. Thank you so much. Pranam. Prem sa Boli Shiva Shankar Bhagwan ki.
Wonderful, Bhaiya Imranji. It is a blessing to meet with you, such a noble soul. And I quickly rushed to my Facebook as you were speaking there, trying to find you. Now getting to understand that you're indeed a blessed person, like each and every one of us. Nice to be around each and every one of you, and like our MC would have said, coming all the way from Gyaan, and that's way up and more. I think I am fortunate and blessed to be among each and every one. Regardless of your age, regardless of your understanding of our scripture, I count myself exceedingly fortunate to be among you. And if I should vent a little bit, coming here to this part of the world, it's not something that I've planned to do. But by Bhagwan grace, I was able to do so. And that allowed me to jump shoulders with each and every one of you. Specifically, our dear brother, Pandit Ramnathji, who have done a splendid job. Tell you something, and I must apologize to him. Many times he would have reached out to me, not too much, but a few times. And he would have asked that, Panditji, come, we have the satsang here, there, all across the length and breadth of Gyaan, and I failed to do so, and I feel extremely bad. But I know he'll forgive me because we have the same task at hand.
The time is right now.
Perfectly right. And the same task at hand, and that is to spread this beautiful, awesome word that Bhagwan wants us to keep on doing and not get tired in doing so. Again, with myself, I'm not acquainted with nobody else here in terms of knowing you, but I feel that I've known you for many, many years before. I trust this will be many more meetings. This will be a force of many more meetings with myself and my brother, and maybe, who knows, we'll meet together in any other place where God, as my dear brother said, the time is right. If the time permits again, we'll meet. But it's Katha, and I'm not going to repeat this Katha, but I'm going to tell you that you have done a splendid job. And oftentimes you'll hear Katha that you heard before a different yajna. But tonight's Katha, it is something that you will not hear many, many, many places that we go.